Good morning. Good morning to all the students of G. Pullareddy Degree and PG College, all the BSc Electronics, Physics, Stats, BCom Computers and BCom General students. I request you all to concentrate on the classes and listen the classes. Okay. First unit of Indian economy is taught by me. Okay. Second unit of the Indian economy is going to be taught by Rajalakshmi Madam, Commerce Department. Okay, so today's topic is about transport system in India. Okay, oh, this topic we are learning from schooling, you may get the idea, but of course it's our responsibility and it is there in your syllabus also to listen the topic. Transport itself means comes various transports, various types of transport. Okay, transport introduction. If you see, transport is the Republic of India. It is an important part of nation's economy. Today, in the country, we have a wide variety of modes of transport. Many varieties of transport we are able to see by land, water and air. Being a vast country, India needs efficient and cheap transportation system also. We also need efficient, but it should be cheap in cost. Why? Because India is a developing country. So all the majority of the Indians are middle as well as a low incoming group. So it should be cheap. Clear? So India is a republic country. It's very important to develop our economy, and transport system is helping for the economic development of the country. Various types of modes of transports are there: land, water and air. Clear? Importance of transport: better utilization of the background areas linking with the advanced areas, backward areas connecting with the developed areas, underdeveloped areas to the developed areas. Okay, for rapid industrialization and urbanization also we need the transport. Industrialization means fast growth of the industries. If transport are highly developed, what is happening is distribution section, processing section, etc. takes place very fast. Even the urbanization also it leads to. For removing the scarcity of goods, shortage of the goods can be removed if the good transport facilities are available. Easy movement of people and bringing them into contact. So whatever transport is seen in this picture is you are able to see railways, you are able to see roadways, you are able to see waterways. Okay, different types of transport, rickshaws, you are able to see. These are also the parts. These are main components of transport. Rickshaws. Now you are not able to see any rickshaws. Bullock carts you are able to see. You are able to see there. The person is carried. Okay. Next. Metro, the double decker buses you are not able to see nowadays. Very important transportation generally. It is very important in logistic functions. The role of transport in national economy is very crucial. The physical distribution component of major project including transportation of raw materials, project materials, machinery and equipment and such infrastructural facilities as roads, vehicles, etc. Usually 20 to 30% of the total capital cost is under transport. Transportation bottlenecks and results delaying due to non-receipt of equipment, machinery, raw materials generally cause delays with run into months generally. Functions of transportation, if you see, growth of industries whose product requires quick marketing for the marketing process, increase in demand of goods. Because of demand we need more and more goods. Wants are increasing day by day. There is no limit to the wants. Today what we want, tomorrow different product we want. Okay, so as the wants are growing, income levels are also growing. As the income is growing, demand of the goods are also growing. For in order to give this demand of goods, transportation is necessary. Okay, transport creates time utility. Transport helps in stabilization of prices, normal prices, even flow of commodities from one place to other place. Transport enables the consumer to enjoy benefits of goods not produced locally. Okay, some goods are not available. Now here we can say apples are not grown here. All the spices are not grown here. They are grown in north part of the country. But we are able to enjoy the fruit. We are also able to enjoy the spices because of transportation. Transport identifies competitors to reduce the price. As the transportation is growing, the competition is also growing. Because of the growing competition, the prices are becoming reasonable. Transport increases mobility of labor as well as the capital moving. Challenge of transportation in India. If you see, here is a snapshot into 8 of top steps challenges. Means problems. Cost. Fuel cost is increasing. Business process improvement, improved customer services, economy, driver shortage and retention, government regulations, environmental issues, technology, strategy and implementation. Technology strategy should be improved means you want capital. Capital should be improved means national income should be improved. If the capital is gained with the country only, it can implement. Otherwise, we can't implement. So, we all should be developed. We all should earn more. Per capita income should increase. Standard of living should increase. If the standard of living is increasing, taxpayers increases. If the taxpayers increases, income of the country also increases. If the income of the country is increasing, then only any problem can be solved, which is called as implementation. Environmental issues, government regulations and drivers are also shortage. These are few problems which are existing with the transport department in India. Next, components of Indian transportation. If you see, roads and highways, mass transit systems, railway system, airports, seaports and inland waterways. These are the components of Indian transportation. Roads and highways, mass transit system, railway systems, airways, seaports and inland waterways are the various means. How many means you are able to see here is 6 means of transportation you are able to see in this picture. Next, roadways and highways. If you talk about, roadways are playing a major role which are connecting each and every part, each and every area, community, village, district, state, etc. They play important role. Okay, road transport, if you see, expressways are there, national highways are there, okay, state highways, district roads and village roads. First one is village, next district, state, national and express highways. Express highways, these are suggested in 3rd road development plan. When this plan has been came into implementation 1981 to 2000. These are used to connect the metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata and Chennai. They have the highest design speed. They should have at least 4 lanes. Okay, national highways, expressways are connecting the major metropolitan cities. For this development of expressways, 3rd 5-year plan means they suggested one plan from 1981 to 2000. Expressways connecting the metropolitan cities. When you come for highways, they run through the length and breadth of the country. National highways are going through the length as well as the breadth of the country. They connect the national capital to all the states capital, major cities, towns. Next, bordered areas, they should have at least 2 traffic lines, good surface finishing and excellent strength to carry heavy traffic. The construction and maintenance of these roads are usually carried out by central government. Who is controlling the national highways? Central government is controlling the national highways and the state government is controlling the state highways. There are main roads running in the states. They connect important towns, cities of the state with national highways. These are generally 1 lane, but 2 lanes are always be preferred. They have modern types of distribution of this surface. The construction and maintenance of these roads are usually carried out by state government. District roads, if you see, major district roads, these roads connect all the districts. Production areas, this is very important, production areas, markets with the state highways or national highways or railways. They have single and metalled lane of traffic. District roadways and other district roadways, this provide links to villages, serves for the rural population, They should have good metal on the surface. Construction and maintenance is done by whom? Zilla Parishad. Okay. Express highways and national highways are maintained by central government. State highways are maintained by the state government. District roads are maintained by Zilla Parishads. Next, village roads. These connect the villages with each and other also towns nearby. These are generally established earth roads, metal surface preferred, and this is constructed by local district boards. Expressways and national highways by central government. Expressways and national highways by central government, 2 roads. State highways by state government. Okay, district roadways by Zilla Parishads. Okay, village roads by local district boards. Next, mass transit system. If you see, mass transit system is which is carrying the goods as well as the public shared transportation such as trains, buses, ferries, etc. that can communicate a large number of passengers from origin to destination and on non-reserved basis and in less time. It can also termed as public transport. Public transport is called as what? Mass transit system. It may be railways, roadways, waterways, anything, but taking the public from one place to other place. Indian Railways. If you see the Indian Railways, you can see the introduction here. Indian Railways. Indian Railways was introduced in 1853. Indian Railways has been introduced in which year? 1853. Indian Railways and works under only one management. It is lifeline of the country. It is the biggest civilian employer in the world. No strike is last 35 years in spite of 7 lakh workers. How many workers are there? 17 lakh workers are working in railways. Since 35 years, you are not able to see any strikes at all. Always targeted by public during a rally, education, etc. It is the longest lifeline, and Indian Railways works under only one management, started in 1853. Now you are able to see metro trains, okay, which are also the part of railway. And the railways, if you talk, we know that we are having the goods trains which carry all the different goods from one state to other state. Passenger trains which carry the people for pilgrimage centers, different villages, different cities and towns the same way. Oceans, where we can say waterways, inland waterways for carrying the goods and services as well as public from one place to other place. They are also carrying the village goods from one place to other place. So in this way, various types of transports are there which are helping the public to move from one place to other place, carry the goods from one place to other place, which are also helping for the development of the economy, for foregoing the needs of the people and day-to-day transactions of the economy also. The transport system is playing a very important role. Okay, so if the answer comes in the final examination, you can write the own answer about the transport system, but it's part of our duty to explain about the classes. Thank you. We are explaining about that. Clear? Please try to concentrate. Stay home. Stay safe. Listen all the classes. If you have any doubts, you can post it. And some students, BSc students said that some classes are not coming. So once again, I will send the link. You can open the link and you can listen the classes. Thank you.